What's up, nerds? I'm Ben, and recently I was lucky enough to attend a fan screening of the new JJ Abrams produced film Overlord. Was this Nazi zombie movie any good? Stay tuned to find out. So Overlord is the story of a group of American paratroopers who are heading into Nazi-occupied France on the eve of D-Day. Their mission is to take out a radio tower in a small church in a small village. But guess what? There's some weird shit going on in that church. And this movie goes from a war flick into a Nazi zombie war flick.
1,000-year army needs 1,000-year soldiers.
So I was pretty pumped to see this film. We saw it about 2 months early, which is pretty rare these days. It was part of Sydney Comic Con, and reading the buzz online, there was some strong reviews coming through for this film. So my expectations were rather high, but I have to say I walked away feeling somewhat disappointed, and the main thing I can put my finger on is the tone. This film's actually a lot more serious than I thought it would be. It's almost like you take Saving Private Ryan and then you just add zombies in there. That sounds cool, I'll give you that. But for a Nazi zombie film, there actually isn't that many Nazi zombies in this film. And running time is another thing I want to talk about. It's not necessarily the total duration, it's just where things happen. It's not until about 3/4 of the way through this film that things really start to pick up. And I just wonder why it took so long for us to get to the good stuff. The audience I saw it with, you can tell they were there to enjoy it, and they wanted to enjoy it more, but there was probably only about 2 or 3 times when they laughed like out loud, or like there was one half kind of applause moment, like a crowd stopping moment that you'll know when you see it. But I honestly think that tonally this kind of walks a tightrope between like Planet Terror and, as I said before, Saving Private Ryan. And to me, the two don't quite mesh. And as I said, when you got 15 minutes left in the film and you're thinking to yourself, oh, this is just getting good, and then the movie ends, I think that's a problem. Whether that's a problem with my expectations of the film, or whether that's, something bigger in terms of, something that should have been fixed up in an editing stage, at a script stage, I'm not entirely sure. All I know is they kind of blew a perfectly good premise, taking things a bit too seriously and spending too much time on the slow build. It is quite a slow build. I will say there's some great gore in this movie. Definitely some good kills. Gorehounds will have a great time with this, and I'm going to say something really out there. If you're a fan of the game Wolfenstein, this is probably the closest we'll come to a Wolfenstein film, odd as that does sound, so maybe you should go check it out as well. So yeah, unless you fit into those two groups, I would say this is maybe one you should see on a Friday night with some mates when it hits home video. Home video? I'm talking like it's the 90s.
The choice is easy!
And that'll do it from me, guys. Do not forget to subscribe for more reviews like this. Join the conversation down below. Tell me how wrong I am about this film. And until next time, I'll see you guys at the movies.